Mark Kahn, the overall theme for this year's Offshore Europe is rediscovering the future. What do you mean by that?
Well, as you know, this is an industry with a tremendous track record of success and achievement. But this is a conference about looking forward. It's about the future of our industry. And although we have these great records of success, we also know that the challenges that face us in the future are very different in many places to the challenges that have faced us in the past. So we have to continuously reinvent solutions to tackle those challenges successfully. So this is forward-looking, it's progressive, and it's about being creative and innovative to tackle those challenges. Well, I think there are a number of things that we have to recognise. First of all, that, for example, different hydrocarbon streams have different impacts on the environment. So moving to a more gas-based hydrocarbon economy will lower environmental emissions. Secondly, we need to recognise that it is our responsibility as operators in our industry to operate to the highest levels of environmental performance, so that we reduce the impact of our business on the environment and make it as small an impact as possible. And thirdly, I think in an area which we've not yet really come to terms with as an industry is the whole issue of carbon sequestration. Can we use some of the skills that we have developed in our industry to find ways of storing CO2 in our depleted reservoirs in a way that would make a really significant contribution to overall carbon abatement?
It's gone a year since the oil industry met in Stavanger under ONS and under the theme Bridging the People Gap. Is anything different now?
Well, I think the challenges that face our industry today are as challenging as they've ever been on the people front. The demographics of our industry in Europe in particular and in North America are very challenging. Some people have estimated that within the next decade, as many as 50% of our overall workforce will reach retirement age. That's a massive challenge for any industry. So attracting and retaining young people into our business is one of the key challenges that face us. And I think it was good that ONS really highlighted this last year. And we're carrying on that theme this year as part of one of the sessions that we've got this year.
What must the oil and gas industry do to ensure the right individuals are attracted to the industry?
Well, I think the first thing to say is that the oil and gas industry is an incredibly exciting industry to work in. We are responsible for producing the energy that actually powers, the development of the world. And so it couldn't be a more critical industry to be a part of. And the careers that people can have in this industry are multicultural, international, hugely challenging and very rewarding. So what an exciting and rewarding career that is. But I think as an industry we have to recognise that isn't always the image that our industry has. So we have to work harder together to portray that positive and exciting image. And that is really an opportunity that ONS started to talk about last year and that Offshore Europe is going to pick up again this year. We want to get young people to come to Offshore Europe to see the kinds of career opportunities that exist for them in this fantastic industry and make them want to be a part of that future.
It's gone 2 years since the last Offshore Europe in Aberdeen. What's new this year?
Well, I think the first thing to say that's new is that I think people have a much more positive view about the long-term prospects for higher prices in the business today. And so, whereas last year people were or 2 years ago people were thinking, well, yes, there's been a positive uptick, but is it sustainable? Today people are seeing that it absolutely is likely to be sustainable, and that is affecting the way people are putting together their business plans and developing their businesses. I think the other thing that's different today is that the whole issue of climate change and the impact upon that issue on society as a whole is much more at the forefront of everybody's mind. And I think it's appropriate for us to be reflecting those concerns in the way we discuss our industry at Offshore Europe today.